It's been 2 months since a devastating earthquake killed nearly 3,000 people in Morocco's worst earthquake in decades. Tens of thousands of others lost their homes. The worst hit areas are in the remote Atlas Mountains, where many are still sleeping outdoors. And with winter coming, conditions are bound to get brutal. Temperatures at nighttime will plunge to as low as 7 degrees Celsius. Aid organizations are trying to get them the supplies needed to survive. Now, one of those organizations is ShelterBox. President Kerri Murray is in Morocco and joins us now. Kerri, with so much of the world's attention on Gaza, it seems the world may have forgotten about what happened in Morocco. We certainly have not forgotten. So talk about what your teams are doing on the ground and how much progress has been made since so many people lost their lives and their livelihoods.
You're right. And I think so many people in the Atlas Mountains were feeling forgotten. You have to remember, this earthquake killed 3,000 people. It displaced 500,000 people in an instant. And what you've seen is the majority of the deaths and devastation is in a very remote area in Morocco in the Atlas Mountains. So ShelterBox is a global humanitarian relief organization. We provide emergency shelter and essential supplies to set up a household when you've been displaced in an instant. And so we've been mobilizing for many weeks now. We have teams working across 20 villages in the Atlas Mountains, the ones that were most devastated by the earthquake. We are bringing emergency shelter in the form of our tented shelter. And we're also bringing basic supplies like high thermal blankets, solar lanterns, cooking sets for these families, because right now they're preparing in just a few weeks' time for what could be a very cold winter. Snow will be coming in just a few weeks. And so we're trying to move as many families as we can into these individual shelters where they will live throughout the winter months.
And Kerri, how critical was coordination with your local partners on the ground in Morocco?
Absolutely critical. So ShelterBox began mobilizing with our global partner, Rotary International, but the Rotary District here in Morocco, as well as Grand Atlas, they've been absolutely crucial, having local partners, but also local community volunteers and really local engagement to help move all these materials into the Atlas Mountains and begin to train the communities on how to utilize the aid, put up their tents. We've been doing that all week and we'll continue to do that, working village by village. Yesterday, we worked in a village called Batour, and we served over 200 people with emergency shelter who now are moving into these shelters. So it's absolutely crucial that we reach these families, and it's a race against the time right now. And I'll tell you, they certainly need the help.
And Kerri, limited aid was allowed in Morocco, as you know very well. Only certain countries were allowed to be on the ground. So you got your team on the ground, and you yourself are a woman. How difficult was it to get access to these areas and get permission from the Moroccan government?
Well, firstly, we have an amazing partner in Grand Atlas, and they've really enabled us to bring in the material aid as well as the Rotary partners. So having a local presence, boots on the ground, has been crucial. You know, I'll tell you, accessing these areas, these physically is very difficult. It's one road in and out. It's very narrow. There's a ton of debris and rocks that have come into the main road and the main artery to reach these villages. There's constant clearing of the road because there, as you know, there's been many aftershocks. I felt one this morning. And so that's one challenge, just the logistical challenge of getting the aid in. I'll tell you, I've felt a very warm welcome here in Morocco. And I'll tell you, the people that I've met with are just so happy to receive the aid. Many of them are just thrilled to have their own shelter as they move into the winter months. So I've felt a really warm presence being here and just a very warm welcome. And I couldn't think of a place right now that needs it more and where we need to turn some attention, because you are right. There's a massive amount of global displacement. It doesn't seem to be getting the attention it deserves here in Morocco. So we're very happy at ShelterBox to be helping these families.
All right. Thank you so much, Kerri Murray, president of ShelterBox.